So as you may have heard from Africa, and all of us Africans living in Japan, we've read on the internet, we also watch on Japanese television here, that the government of Japan, in conjunction with JICA. So JICA is an organization that is running programs representing the interests of Japan on foreign territories like Africa and other parts of the world. So JICA actually announced that the government of Japan has launched a new program, which is called the Hometown Program. And the Hometown Program actually identified four African countries, namely Ghana, Nigeria, Tanzania, and Mozambique. And in this initiative, they announced four special cities that they call the Hometown Initiatives for Ghanaians, for Nigerians, for Tanzanians, and also for Mozambicans. I'll just run you through by them. So Kizarazu City is in Chiba, and it's the city that has been designated as hometown for Nigerians. Sanjo City is also in Niigata Prefecture, and is a city that has been designated as the hometown for Ghanaians. And the city for Tanzanians is Nagai. Nagai in Japanese simply means long, and is the city that has been designated for Tanzanians. And the last but not the least is Imabari, is the city that has been designated as hometown for citizens of Mozambique. So this has been the news that has been making the rounds for the past like 3 or 4 days on the internet, and it's generated a lot of talking points on the internet, on social media to be specific or to be precise. So after Japan announced this particular package for these four African countries or citizens of these four African countries, it has generated a lot of debate, a lot of talking points on social media. And as we already know, a lot of media platforms in Africa and in the rest of the world, including the BBC, have widely reported this particular initiative by JICA in conjunction with the government of Japan. Now, a lot of Japanese have taken to social media to actually register their displeasure or their discomfort about this whole initiative. And some are saying that they were not actually properly consulted, or they didn't have any information about this thing at all before the government of Japan in conjunction with JICA made this particular announcement. So a lot of Japanese citizens are not happy, and some of them have been calling the World Office. So World Office, I don't know what we can properly relate to a World Office in Ghana or in Nigeria. Something like the district assembly, assembly system in Ghana. So Japan have a similar program here that they call the World Office. So a lot of citizens in these cities, Kizarazu City, Sanjo City, Nagai City, and Imabari City, have been calling their World Office to register their concerns about this particular initiative, and the fact that they feel that they were not properly consulted. Now, if you go to most Japanese portals in Japan here, like Asahi.com, Japan Times, and a number of portals have widely reported this kind of displeasures that have been registered by various Japanese citizens. And now the displeasures have forced JICA to formally release a statement on their website. And the statement, they are trying to address the misinformation and misconception that have been widespread and published across the various social media space. So, i.e., there's been publications on Twitter, now X, formerly Twitter, on Facebook, and on various websites across the world. So, JICA have taken to their website to correct that particular reportage, and a statement released on the website of JICA dated 25th August 2025 reads, and then the headline is that correction regarding media coverage on JICA Africa Hometown. So that's the headline. Correction regarding coverage on JICA Africa Hometown. Now, the statement reads, in connection with JICA's recent designation of certain Japanese cities as symbolic JICA Africa Hometown for partner countries in Africa, announced at the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development, that's TICAD 9, Several media reports and statements by an African government, including coverage from the Tanzania Times, Premium Times in Nigeria, Business Insider Africa, and BBC News Pigeon, have contained inaccuracies and potentially misleading information. So basically, what this is saying is that when they made the announcement, a number of media platforms, including the Tanzania Times, Premium Times in Nigeria, Business Insider, and the BBC Pigeon, have carried their reports. And in their reports, they contain a lot of inaccuracies and potentially misleading information. Now, the statement continues to read, the JICA Africa Hometown Program aims to further strengthen the relationship that each municipality has built with African countries, contributing to addressing challenges in Africa and revitalizing local communities in Africa. An event held on Thursday, August 21, JICA officially designated the following cities as JICA Africa Hometowns to promote exchanges with their respective partners. So I am taking that particular paragraph again. The JICA Africa Hometown aims to further strengthen the relationship that each municipality has built with African countries, contributing to addressing challenges in Africa and revitalizing local communities in Japan. At an event held on Thursday, August 21, JICA formally designated the following cities as JICA Africa Hometowns to promote exchanges with their respective partner countries. Imabari City, Iheme Prefecture with Mozambique. Kisarazu City, Chiba Prefecture with Nigeria. Sanjo City, Niigata Prefecture with Ghana. And Nagai City, Yamagata Prefecture with Tanzania. Through support for collaborative efforts, event for example, JICA will continue to facilitate and strengthen international exchange for each city. However, certain local newspapers and African governments have published reports that may give false impression. Under the JICA Africa Hometown Program, Nagai City, Yamagata Prefecture will become part of the country of Tanzania, or reports suggesting the promotion of immigration acceptance or the issuance of special visa for travel between Japan and the respective countries, which all are factually incorrect. So, what this paragraph seeks to clarify is that one, the designated hometowns like Nagai City in Yamagata Prefecture will not become part of Tanzania.
No.
Right? Or serve as a platform where citizens from Tanzania can accept or will be allowed to enter into Japan, or the issuance of special visa. So what this statement is trying to clarify is that the program is not seeking to issue any type or form of special visa to citizens of Tanzania or Ghana or Nigeria or Mozambique. And this is not an avenue of immigration acceptance or clearance for citizens of these countries to enter into Japan.
No.
So they are trying to clarify and then make this clear that that's not the aim or the objective of the program. Now, the last paragraph of the statement reads, JICA is currently urging the relevant local media and African government to promptly correct the inaccuracies contained in their coverage. So this is the statement that has come from JICA regarding this special hometown initiative that has been driven by these African countries. So the statement from JICA has actually made that clear that the initiative is not to allow Africans from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Tanzania and Mozambique to relocate to Japan and then work. But rather, no, this initiative is to enhance cultural exchanges between the two countries. So I take you to the report that was carried by Times of japantimes.co.jp, Japan Times, the Japan Times. So it says that the Japanese government is struggling to host down viral misinformation, claiming that the recent hometown agreement between 4 Japanese cities and African nations is part of a wider move to accept more immigrants from Africa. The incident started when Japan International Cooperation Agency, that's JICA, Japan's Aid Agency officially designated the 4 municipalities as hometowns for 4 African countries during the Tokyo International Conference on African Development held last week. However, misinformation claiming that the agreement was a way to ease visa rules for Africans and encourage their migration soon surfaced, sparking controversies online, with many criticizing JICA and the Japanese municipalities for the program. So what this is actually saying is that the program has actually sparked a lot of controversies among Japanese citizens. Now, when these things surface, the mayors for these various cities have actually granted interviews in which they've actually addressed the issues. So I'm going to take you through the statement that has been issued by all the mayors. The mayor for Kizerazu city, the mayor for Sanjo city, the mayor for Nagai city, and the mayor for Imabari city. So I'm going to read you the statement that has been issued by these gentlemen. So first of all, I read you the statement from the mayor for Kizerazu city. His name is Yoshikuni Watanabe. He's the mayor for Kizerazu city. The statement says that the man explained in a statement posted on the city's official website on August 26 that Kizerazu served as a host for Nigeria, host town for Nigeria for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games and Para Games. Listen carefully if you are listening. So listening carefully to this. So this is the explanation that has been given. JICA's designation is based on that connection, and this is not an initiative that leads to accepting migrants or immigrants from Nigeria, the mayor said. Now, this is the mayor for Ghana City, Sanjo City, Ryo Takizawa. So the statement from the mayor, Ryo Takizawa, said that it is not true that the city has requested to accept migrants or immigrants from Ghana, and the city has no plans to make such requests in the future. So, if we're in Ghana and then you heard this statement from from Japan that Sanjo City is ready to accept Ghanaians who are willing to relocate to Japan and then work. This is a statement from the Sanjo City mayor, and it says that it is not true that the city has requested to accept migrants or immigrants from Ghana, and the city has no plans to make such requests in the future. So listen carefully. So they have no plans that in future they are going to request for Ghanaians to relocate to Japan and then work. He also addressed reports on social media and other platforms that rules for special works visas will be relaxed for Africans. So the rules for visas will not be relaxed for Africans. He has dismissed that. He said that that information is not true. Now, the mayor for Nagai, Shigeharu Ichiya, acknowledged in a statement that the city had received a large number of opinions regarding the issue of international exchange. So he has confirmed that a lot of Japanese citizens living in Nagai have actually ranked the ward office, or they've sent a lot of messages and opinions to their ward office in the issues relating to this particular exchange program. Don't forget, Nagai is the hometown or the host city for citizens of Tanzania. And Mr. Uchiya's, this is his statement. There is absolutely no truth to what is being reported on social media and other platforms. I think that they were trying to write such claims that our city will become part of Tanzania or that we will actively accept immigrants. He said the claims may come from people who read an article in Tanzania Times with the headline "Japan dedicates Nagai city to Tanzania." Dedicate was apparently translated on social media into Japanese word "tasageru," meaning the city was being offered up or sacrificed to Tanzania. I find it very regrettable that the information is spreading in a way that is contrary to the fact, the mayor added. So this is what the mayor of Nagai has also said about this particular update. Now we go to the mayor of Imabari. His name is Shikegi Tokunaga. He released a statement on August 26, saying that there is absolutely no truth to the claim that Japanese territories or the authority of a local government will be transferred. The mayor also urged people not to be misled by baseless information or information based on factual errors and called on them to refrain from posting or spreading them on social media. So these are 4 emphatic statements from the 4 different mayors of these hometowns, namely Kizarazu City, Imabari City, Sanjo City, and Nagai City. So they've denied flatly that there's not going to be any special visas for citizens from Ghana, citizens from Nigeria, from Tanzania, and Mozambique to relocate to Japan and then work. So they've denied that. So they are only saying that it is going to be shared for an exchange program. And they even went ahead to say that the city for Nigeria, for instance, the Kizarazu city, was just offered to Nigeria because in 2020, during the Tokyo Olympic Games and then the Para Games, it was the host town for Nigeria. So they feel that there is a connection between Nigeria and Kizarazu city. That's why they are offering that. So there is a misconception and misinformation and misunderstanding that has been spread by the Tanzania Times, by the African Insider, by the BBC Pidgin. So they have mentioned these 4 websites as the ones who have spread the misinformation. So it is clear that Japan is not going to allow citizens from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Tanzania and Mozambique to relocate to Japan and then work. So that's a clarification from JICA.
Yeah, I think it's just an exchange of programs, to help each country, But people have misleading as they are saying that they are going to give visa to Africans to come to Japan and stay. But it's just like, it's not like that. It is, to my understanding, it is a program that is going to help each countries, exchange of culture, exchange of business issues and stuff. Not like you have to come here and work.
So one of the statements also clarified, one of the mayors also said that it doesn't also mean that they are going to relax visa rules for Africans to easily move to Japan. So that if you are listening or you are watching this from Africa, it doesn't mean that you can just go to the Japanese embassy and then go that you want to apply for the hometown program and then you will be granted the visa. No, that's not what it means. Japan has their visa requirement. Once you qualify for the visa, you'll be granted the visa.
Yes.
So it's not as stringent as the United States where you have to go for interview. So they have their own rules and regulations regarding who qualifies to receive a Japanese visa or not. So that's a bit of an update and clarity from the Japanese government and JICA on this particular visa issue. So we brought you an update yesterday on the program that has been introduced by Japan, and now this is another update from JICA and other Japanese organizations in relation to this particular update, that Japan is not going to relax its visa rules and regulations for Africans from Ghana, Nigeria, Tanzania, and Mozambique. They're also creating any special visas, work visas for these citizens from these 4 African countries. So that statement has been made clear. They are only trying to exchange cultural programs and ideas to revitalize the local communities and also help Africa to develop and grow.
That's it.
So that is the clarity that has come from JICA this morning. So unfortunately, if we're hoping to travel from Nigeria to Japan or from Ghana or Tanzania or Mozambique to Japan to come and work, they are saying that no, that's not the way to come to Japan. So that's a bit of an update for you on this particular issue. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can see the subscription bar there. Just hit the subscription button and then turn on the notification bell. So anytime that we go live or we publish any video, you can get the latest updates from what is happening in Japan in relation to Africans, in relation to Nigerians, in relation to Ghanaians, Liberians, Cameroonians, Kenyans, everywhere you are in Africa. If you want to find out what is happening in Japan regarding Africans, this is the only platform where we offer you the exclusive content on African stories in Japan. So thank you for watching, and make sure that you also share this video to your friends in Africa so that they can know that the earlier information that they got about this special hometown program from Japan is not actually what they thought. So this is a bit of an update. So thank you very much for watching. Stay blessed.